In this video, everybody, we're going to go over something that I actually know a lot of people didn't know about, but we're going to take the Mevo Plus, and show you the Apple Watch app that comes with both when you get the unit. Hey everybody, Scott Hogan coming at you here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Back in the studio, working with the Mevo Plus here on a Friday, showing you some of the functions of the Mevo Plus or the Mevo. Some really cool things I think that you can use while you're out on the range or even in your studios as you're using both the FlightScope Golf or the FlightScope Mevo app as you're working with your launch monitor. As always, make sure you click that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. We go over everything with the Mevo Plus, Mevos, trying to help you use any indoor launch monitor to get better. So make sure you don't miss out on that. Click that subscribe button below. But today we're going to talk about the Mevo Plus and the Mevo Golf app that's on the iWatch or the Apple Watch. Okay, so this is something I kind of stumbled across when I first used this. I had my first test week of getting the unit. We were out in Jacksonville just using it outside, and I just happened to be like clicking through my watch and realized that when I installed the Mevo Plus app or the FlightScope Golf app, I was like, oh wait, there's a FlightScope app on the watch. I was like, that's interesting. I want to check that out. So this was while we're on the range and I wanted to use it. And so it was pretty interesting to see. I think it's a cool little thing. I use it with an Apple Watch 3. So this is the Series 3. So it's not even the newest, and it works pretty good. It's just got a little bit of idiosyncrasies. I know some people have messaged me trying to use it and see if they can get it to work. So we want to go over those and show you what it's all about. So first thing is you're going to start up a session, connect your unit. You obviously have to be using your phone for this, okay, because it's using the phone and that's how you communicate to your Apple Watch. So there's no other way to do it because the phone's only connected to that watch. I'm not even sure if you can compare an Apple Watch to an iPad and do that, but maybe it would work doing that. But then you'd have to unpair it to your phone. I think that would be pretty messy. So getting that set up on a phone setup, I think it could be really helpful. If you're somebody, you're out at the range and you have it set up where you're going to film your swing, you've got it on a tripod and it's going to be behind you. I think that can be a really helpful setup so you don't have to always walk back and look at the numbers. But then after you get it set up, what you're going to basically do is just start up a session. If you start up a session, now on the Mevo, the original Mevo, okay, when you do this, it actually works a little bit cleaner, I think, because you start up a session, you start up the watch, and it basically says, hey, we're ready to go. It'll tell you it's connected, it'll tell you everything that's going on. So from there, it's very simple. If you need to move any of the blocks, you can easily do that in the settings. You just go ahead and do all that stuff. Now, when you go to FlightScope Golf, a couple of things you have to do. You have to start up a session, and then you got to get around all the waking up, which, by the way, when you're using your phone for this, make sure you turn off the sleep of the radar because it goes off all the time, or turn that time up, and then look at your phone too, because for me, my phone will shut off. So maybe not my favorite setup using the phone, but using it with the watch actually makes a little bit of sense. But again, you get everything set up. Now, when you go to turn on the watch app, it's a little different because it's not going to connect, or it's not going to say it's connected. It's going to say start a session. Now, when you start a session, how do you do that? You have to hit a shot. Okay, for me, I was having it on this screen saying, hey, start a session, start a session. So then I just went ahead and hit a shot, and then it popped up. Again, it pops up pretty quick, pops up where, hey, we got the data almost instantly. So it works really good in a scenario where, hey, I don't want that noise, or the unit will read off the data that you have or your carry yardage. You don't want that to be too loud, or you want to see some more data. The watch works really good for that because you're going to have 4 data points that you can look at. So that can be really helpful. Again, if you're not somebody that wants to walk all the way back, look at something, or if you want to film your swing for a couple of shots and then see the data as you're getting it, you can just look at it right on the watch. It has some good functionality for that, but again, you're only going to get 4 data points as opposed to when you go back and look at the phone, you can see everything. Now, how do you change those? You can change them to whatever you want that's available, so you just do that in the settings app. You give it a change. I like having the horizontal launch, see if I'm launching it on target, so I'm going to put that one in there and then hit a shot, and it'll pop up on the next shot. It's gonna do that. When you do this on the Mevo app, the original, it automatically updated and it just put it straight onto the watch. I didn't have to hit any shots for that to change. On the FlightScope Golf app, I had to hit a shot and it basically like refreshed it and had it go. So again, try hitting shots if you're not seeing it update immediately on the watch and see if that helps you out. Couple other things I like that it does show you the radar status. It does show you what club you're hitting. And I think the most functional part is if you're somebody out hitting shots, you can change clubs from the watch app. I think that's the most useful part of doing this. So if you're in a session on the range, you don't want to go over to your iPad and start messing around over there. You can just change by hitting a button on the watch app, change the club that you're hitting. So for tracking your club purposes, really, really helpful. The one thing I wish you could do, because again, I run into that issue, I talk or I'm not hitting balls at a rapid pace all the time. So I want to see if I could start the radar back up or wake it up from the app. It didn't seem like I could do that. So we want to make sure we're able to, I would think if they could add that in the future, that would be pretty good as an addition. So again, a really cool app though, works very, very seamlessly. Again, it's an Apple only thing, so sorry Android users, I'm not familiar with, Android watches, anything like that, but I know in that space, it's always hard to go from all the different platforms that use Android, whereas iOS is just Apple, so a little easier to integrate some of these things as you're going. Again, if you have the Apple Watch, FlightScope Mevo, Mevo Plus, either one of these, great option to use to be able to just hit balls and at convenience be able to go through a session, see what you got, not having to walk back to the unit and go from there. So again, just want to share the little tip with you, how you work it. And again, something I think is very helpful if you're somebody that's outside or using your phone a lot for your data. Works out pretty good. If you have any questions about it, let me know down in the comments below. If you have a better watch, I'm not sure, maybe it works better on Series 4 and 5s, but from what I understand, it's all the same. But again, let me know if you have any questions down in the comments. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Thanks so much. Subscribe again if you want to see more about the units and all the features. Make sure you click that subscribe button down below, and we'll continue helping you get better using your launch monitor and making sure that investment makes you enjoy the game of golf more and shoot lower scores. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.